All right, you're tuned in to a special edition, a special breaking edition of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. It's just me today. Sandman is away, so I'm gonna tackle this story, myself today. Shout out to everybody listening in all across the world. I came in, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a video. I was like, you know what, the kids ain't here right now. Usually, I would do more lives, but the kid is home. Like our son is like 5. He'll keep popping in, popping his head up, so I can't get nothing done. So let me jump into the story for today, and then we'll get right to what's going on. Now, he's saying that. Let me get into. Shannon Sharpe now is supposedly taking a temporary leave from ESPN after he was accused of the R word, and that was a $50 million civil lawsuit by some young chick. She was 19 when they started dealing with each other. I think now she might be 21 or 22 years old. Now, the 56-year-old, who, as we know, appears on ESPN's First Take, has repeatedly denied the allegations. However, right now he's saying that he's stepping away. He's stepping away from ESPN. Now, he went on to say, "My statement is found here is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual." He wrote this today. He said, "At this juncture, I'm electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason." Now ESPN went on to say, "This is a serious situation, and we agree Shannon's decision they agree with his decision actually to step away." Now it's been a lot, a litany of things that have come out over the last few weeks, and last 2 days, I should say, and it hasn't been looking good for Shannon Sharpe. Now, one lady put in the comments that it's this BSMD or something like this. I guess it's like some type of role play where there's, choking and bondage and all these type of things that they may have been involved in. So that's definitely going to be one of Shannon Sharpe's angles that he's going to take with this particular case, because he's going to have to. He's going to have to come out and say, "Look, we play around like this. This is what we do. She'll tie me up. I'll tie her up. She'll handcuff me. I mean, she'll do all that." And I was just still letting her know that, "Look, I'm going to choke you while I'm effing you. I ain't mean to choke her like, you know what I'm saying? I was going to choke her out." In my opinion, it's going to be very hard, very, very hard for America, especially white America, to believe, that particular aspect. But if you're joining in today, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button on the video. We're going to talk about this today. Now, bear with me because StreamYard is like lagging like a mug, bro. So comments and trying to just navigate through this is a little bit more difficult than it usually is. But that's what happens when you do live. Like it slows everything down. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you hear something like this, right, you don't really know if he got fired or not, because this is something that they agree to, because they don't want to just come out and say, "Oh, he's fired." But I'm sure they went to him, because if it was up to him, I guarantee you Shannon would want to stay and fight through this. But Disney/ESPN said, "Listen, this is getting out of hand. We got you on video threatening, you know what I'm saying? You know, this, woman, whatever the case may be, we need you to chill for a minute. Come back. Hopefully things die down." Boom, 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 boom. That's what happened. He said, "All right, you know what? You're right. Trust me. Trust me." That's exactly what happened. And you got to remember, these are brands dealing with brands. So it's hard for people. It's hard for these brands to stand beside you, especially when allegations like this come out and they're so daggone strong against Shannon Sharpe. Now, when people ask me, I believe it's a shakedown. I've been 100% crazy and strong about it's a shakedown. She was setting him up when she was saying all that stuff. I do believe it. However, I don't think he helped himself either in this situation. I don't think he helped himself. I'm gonna put this little fan on. Let me know if this is if it's loud in the microphone. Let me keep it on. Right? right? He didn't have to say he was pro. You know? So A Mass put, let me read this real quick, fam. Hopefully I can put this up on the screen. I want to get to some of y'all comments real quick in a second, too. If you're coming in, hit the thumbs up button on the video. Come on, StreamYard. The takedown of the rich or wealthy Black Americans is up. When we going to realize this is a setup for a failure? Every super rich active ball player. What are we going to do about it, Black people? Well, it's a little bit easier for them to move on us because we don't stick together. We don't stick together. We're quick to, not support each other. I'm not gonna say drag each other down. I want to use that. We're quick to not support each other. We're quick to be very, very, critical of each other more so than we are other people. My man, I seen your comment earlier too. I really appreciated that comment. Hassan, I'm not sure how to say her first name, so I'll say her last name. I really appreciate that. I read that a little earlier. Comments like that, man, they make this all worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I appreciate you. DLB Promotions put Shannon has to stop messing with them 20-year-old. Yeah, I think it's crazy, but at the end of the day, she was of age, right? And I just think he just picked the wrong type of woman. Now, any woman is capable of this, but some women, they not wasting their time with this because see, everybody ain't all about money like that. Of course, everybody wants money, but everybody's not willing to do whatever for money, right? And some people are just happy to be dealing with you because you're you. But what convolutes that, what gets that kind of in a way is when you get these riches, you get this money, then it's like you don't know who is who. It's the people that are around when you don't have nothing. When you have nothing to offer, they have nothing to offer but a friendship. Those are the people who are the real people, right? Black Raven, Sam Jones put, I'm sorry if I can't get all your comments on there, but I'll try to read them. Sam Jones put, Shannon Sharpe did this to himself. Black Raven, how is he getting outsmarted by a 19-year-old though? I know, sis, yo. If somebody say that to me on the phone, bro, like immediately, I'm like, what do you have spidey senses, bro? What happened to your spidey senses? Like, oh, nah, hell no. Nah. What's she talking about? Nat Life. Cat and Mo tried to warn him, and the girl saw the light bulb went off in her head. Yep, absolutely. Okay, John Brown. If you want, I don't know if you can leave. I'm reading these comments, but hold on, y'all. My bad. Oh God, what are you talking about? What do you think this freaky stuff come from? What do you think Puffy, R. Kelly, and the rest of these guys get these things from? I don't know. Some people just freaky. Some people, you know what I mean? We all met a freak before, but that's why it was like the perfect set. Cause remember he leaked the commercial for the Roast Sparks joint, right? He got fired, if I'm not mistaken, from CBS for something similar, right? And I think he got fired again. So it's already kind of been like a semi quasi track record, right? That's been set up, It's always kind of been that. Black Raven, no D control. I keep both of my heads where they're supposed to be. Holes that get you sidetracked and clapped from close feet. Jay-Z told you that, Shannon? Don ZTV, what up? All right. I like this comment here. Mr. Micah A. King. Shout out to you. Dang, these joints are starting to move, bro. Oh, man. I missed it. Dang, these joints is moving, bro. Wow. Sorry about that. And I can't even go back, bro. I really apologize. Wow. Come on. But anyway, Anyway, if I find a comment again, I'll try to go back to it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're coming in the building, guys, hit the thumbs up button, share the video real quick, and be sure to comment on the video. Let's go. Let's go. Where we at? All right, here we go. Let's keep it real. Shannon lead with the money. She's an OnlyFans girl, and he knew money would get her attention. So let's not make it seem like he need a new set of friends. I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. Let's see. I'm gonna get to another comment. See, I read the comments for free. Other people charge y'all to read the comments. I read them for free because it's in part of the engagement. It's in part, of actually building, the content for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? She was probably sent to him by a friend. Smash people who have the same to lose. Absolutely. Absolutely. These Rick's folks got no game. I'm seeing a lot of that. A lot of people say he had no game. A lot of people said, she sound young. She looked young. That's a lot of different opinions. I think that's varying opinions that's going on right now that we all could glean from. And I don't think anybody's wrong in the stuff that they're saying. I think it was just a bad judgment and the wrong type of woman. You gotta, like the person said in the comments, deal with somebody, and that's going to be hard though for him to deal with somebody who got something to lose. You saying something like that, you like, yo, deal with somebody who's married. That was you kind of saying like she don't want her husband to find out. Who else could he deal with? Right now, even if people making this a race issue, appreciate you, M. Johnson. I appreciate that. I'm not going to get into that, right? Oh, he should have stayed with the sisters. And here's why I'm not going to get into that. Because Bill Cosby has some black accusers too. Remember? So I don't think, this is of a race issue. I just think it's a bad judgment. He picked the wrong type of woman, in my opinion. You're on OnlyFans. Maybe he didn't know that, but I'm sure he found out. That there will tell you, like, hold on. Like for a woman, and I'm not knocking, get your money, sisters. But for you to go on OnlyFans and expose yourself in front of millions or thousands or whatever people and to do whatever, come on now. What are you? You're the P word. You're a P word. That's like you going to a strip club, right? And dealing with and I get it. I mean, people do it, but dealing with and think it's going to be serious, bro. No. Yep. For sure. For sure. Let me see. D Nice R1. Shit. He should listen to Monique's advice. Women, no gold diggers, and look, him as easy prey. Oh, yeah. He should have dated one of the women around the country club. Put his hot dog in the wrong bun. Y'all wow. Y'all wow. Yo, wow. So if you're just stepping in, if you're just coming in, Shannon Sharpe and ESPN have mutually agreed. And in other words, his ass been fired. Mutually agreed to step down, and he said he'll come back. I doubt if he comes back. Him coming back is all dependent on how this case goes. If it goes well, maybe. If not, he's done. It's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? King Wakanda James, straight punk hiding that he is. Oh, man. Man. What was y'all saying? They shut him down after the cat interview. You know what? This industry, man, and shout out to the people. We got 400 people in the building. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Smash the like button when you come in. Let's get at least 400 likes. 400 likes real quick, meaning the thumbs up, right? I really do feel like in this industry, man, that y'all remember, right, these old videos. And I did a video. I never put this video out. I still got to upload it. Y'all remember Professor Griff? When he used to talk about the $100 million club and that you have to give up something. Now, there's theories that they say, all right, Shannon, we can make this go away. Sign your name in blood, all that stuff. And there's theories about, once you hit that $100 million club, you either give up a blood sacrifice, or they will do things to let you know who's in control. Certain things like initiation. And I always thought it was weird that, especially with these black men, it's always something sexual. Like there's a preoccupation with the sexuality of a black man. Like it's always something sexual. Now you got to go back deep into some studies, the ISIS papers, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, which I'm not going to get into right now to really understand where I'm kind of going with this. And she even talked about this. If you look at her video and read her book, the ISIS papers, she kind of gets into this deep rooted psychological thing that's going on, right? She gets into it very, very deep. And I do feel like her teachings were very accurate. And I don't feel like she gets enough credit. You know, I don't feel like she gets enough credit. He is successful. They hating because he beat everyone. He is too successful, and they hating because he bent over for no one. Possibly, yo, you possibly. Because you can say what you want about him, but he climbed the ladder, bro. He ain't the best, orator. He ain't the best speaker, or none of that. But he climbed that ladder. And you got to give people respect, especially people who didn't come through the traditional means of going to college, getting a journalism degree, and things like that. And they learn all this and that. Some of us come from the straight mud with this, bro. Yep. Yep. Appreciate that. Some of us just hop on this joint and learn as we go. And I'm sure once he left the NFL, he learned as he went, and then he got the podcast. He started bringing guests on, and asking some great questions. And the Cat Williams interview took him, all the way, to the stratosphere. So you could never hate. All you could do is congratulate. Patience of the Saints. I appreciate that. But this stuff comes with a price. My analogy of this whole situation is always right. You're successful. Yes, you made it, but you're in someone else's house. You're in someone else's system. So at any given time, they can flex their muscle and say, look, yeah, you made it. Yeah, you did it on your own. However, the companies that pay you, we own them. The companies that, whoever's connected, we seen this happen. We seeing it happen over and over and over. And we have covered all of this stuff all the way through Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Diddy, Jay-Z. We have covered everything for the last 8-9 years. We have talked to people. We actually talked to Bill Cosby himself. I never put the part out, but I have it. Talked to his publicist. Shout out to Andrew Wyatt. We talked to people all surrounding all these people. And there's always this overarching theme of like, yo, these dudes is being targeted because of this, because of that. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask him, my Cash App is what the hell is my Cash App? Hip Hop UN. It's I think it's Hip Hop. Yeah, I think it's something like that. I can't even go look right now. Sorry, but I think it's Hip Hop UN. Yeah. Nate for life. In that tax bracket, you got to move different and play by their rules. Yep. That's a fact. That you ever ask yourself, right? How come nobody, somebody said Cameron, be careful. Nobody, right? It's really like all these guys with all this money. How come they never build? How come they never like, how you go to like certain places, you see like a Chinatown or Jewish areas where they got hospitals, doctors, lawyers, everything all theirs, and they're functioning and they're doing business, and they have other people doing businesses. Yeah, you have small enclaves. I'm not saying that, but how come none of these, people really invest in that? Like outwardly. Maybe they doing it on the low. How come Kanye and one of these people say, I'm gonna build a village, right? I'm gonna buy a small part of a state. I don't know. And this is gonna be this area where all these people are gonna come in, and we ain't gonna say that it's Black Town or whatever the case may be, but we're gonna give, we're gonna structure it this way. and have these people come in, and we're gonna do, how can we never really see them put their money to anything like that? You gotta think about that. How come? I can tell you why. Because historically, anytime anything remote to Black unity, Black people coming together, it has been systematically destroyed from the inside and out through ourselves, backbiting, infiltrators, and shit like that, and whether it be government forces, other people who just didn't want to, see us prosper in that way. And I know some people, that's an excuse. Can't nobody stop you from this and that. You got to do a little bit more research. You got to look at, from the inception, or when they say it's the inception of this country, all through post and pre-antebellum, the Civil War times, slavery and up, and just look at the trajectory that we were on, and how many times we got knocked off that trajectory with violence, force, redlining, different laws and things like that. This is etched in stone. I'm not making this up. This is historical, right? Black Wall Street. Thank you, Deshaun. Hit the like button. Willie Lynch doctrine. Yep. This is historical. You could say, "Oh, he's playing the race." Nah, this is real. Look it up. Race out. This Google's right there. When we had these different leagues and whatnot, right? Instead of us saying, "All right, look, we're gonna keep our own joint and build them up," we wanted to assimilate and be next to. And they said, "Okay, fine, you could do that. However, we're going to keep control." Anytime you come over here, remember that we whether you say we was here or brought over here, whatever your doctrine is, this country was built on free and exploitable labor, bruh. From the cotton industry, tobacco, all these different things. Look it up. Free and exploitable labor, getting as much free labor, as much cheap labor as you can to build up different industries and whatnot. When you need cotton, you got people out there picking cotton for nothing. Tobacco, whatever the thing is that they're trading. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the country was built. Immigrants start coming over, Italy, Italian, Jewish people start coming over and whatnot by the droves and whatnot. We got all the labor, we got the job, we got all the different, things that could be builders. We everything. We teach them, and look this up. We show these people because we're loving people. We show them all the trades. We show them, what will we do and this, that, and the third. And then they get these unions, because look up the unions. Then they systematically move us out, right? Because remember the underworld. And I got to go this way. Somebody talking to J. Edgar Hoover. Man. Y'all gonna make me go there, right? So they systematically move us out, and they move other groups, other European immigration groups into these different positions, right? Eliminating the Jewish mob, Italian mob. Now there's still remnants of it, right? There's still remnants, because when the Irish and the Italians and the Jews, all these people were struggling, they were the people you go into the ghettos and the underworld. Tell me if I'm wrong. Lucky Luciano, John Gotti, all these different people. So all they did is replace the social order of America. All they did was replace this person and put these people in. Now it moved this, and it destroyed the fabric of our society, of our culture. It destroyed it. And I can keep going on. And then let's just speed it up to J. Edgar Hoover, right? My family geese, they work the tobacco field. Yep. Let's just move it up to J. Edgar Hoover, right? Let's speed it up. So I ain't trying to preach and all that. What was his words? We got to stop the rise of a black Messiah. We got to stop these people from unifying. We can't, a unified black man, Africa, Caribbean is the biggest threat. The biggest threat. Why would that be? This is not nothing I'm making up. This stuff is etched in the history books. So what do? They attack groups like SNCC, the Black Panther Party, the Black Liberation Army. They send agents, infiltrators. We start fighting and backbiting. We start believing things and shit. Next thing you know, systematic. And this is just the fast version. Things, are tore up from within. But with that being said, because I don't want to get into, go too far down that lane or whatever the case may be, there's always been, I'm getting to a point, a sense of entitlement and control in this country that the people that are in power want to exert. Like nobody's going to willingly give up their power. So that means play by our rules or else. That's what that means. And I'm not saying that he's no I'm not saying Shannon Sharpe no revolution. He did not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you're in somebody else's house, and like somebody's in your house, right? Think about this. Somebody live in your house with you, right? Y'all cool. They come in. They're respectful and all that, right? They taking their shoes up at the door. They lifting up the toilet seat. They washing dishes. Then after a while, they get comfortable. They walking through your house with muddy shoes on. They ain't doing the dishes. The microwave is dirty as a mug. You feel me? They pissing all over the toilet seat. At a point in time, you be like, hold on, dog. This is my house. I know you here, but this is my house. I can kick your ass out. That's what it is for us under these corporations. That's just what it is. But let's get to some comments, man. There are not many podcasts that talk about Jesus. I don't really see none. You know what I'm saying? And if they going after Jay-Z, like, come on, bro. Hey, guys, hit the like button, though. Hit the thumbs up button. Let me see if I see any good comments, man. Real quick. StreamYard is just super slow, bro. I might have to jump on going to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to go on to YouTube and look at the comments from YouTube on this other screen here because it's not mathing for me. It's really not math. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Yeah, so will you be contacting Shay on a personal level to say, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all wilding in here. Nate for life. He's in the Millionaire Club. These are services he could have taken advantage of for his protection. And maybe he ain't a Mason. Maybe he ain't signed the oath yet. Because I'm sure there's a little but protections, but that's a whole another story. You know what I'm saying? It's the black purge. Anybody that's a threat to the establishment can get it these days. Absolutely. Trey Ashun, excuse me. The problem is we got too much money and we gave away our culture. Agreed. Now, appreciate the super chat. Dang, bro. Oh, Black Raven, appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. What about the $100 million deal? I'm really not sure. But it was a comment that I wanted to get to real fast. Man, y'all be going in, bro. Protect your success at all costs. All right, giving it away. Yeah. All right, that's what I want. Giving away the culture. Absolutely. That's real. We in that whole thing that went on, even before civil rights and after, that we kind of lost to a certain extent. We just too nice sometimes, bro. Like we too loving sometimes. And I think historically that's been our downfall. Trey Songz going in right now. That's been our downfall. Because instead of us wanting to own, we don't really mind like sharing and letting other people take advantage, man. Entitlement. Shannon Sharpe should have kept his mouth shut and let his lawyers talk for him. When he started talking, he made it worse. I agree with you. I really do agree with you. Yep. I really agree with you on that. Shut the hell up. Let the lawyers, this is what they get paid to do. You ain't trying to win this case in the public. You ain't trying to win this case in the public. These people care too much what people think and say. They care too much. I miss my boy, my I don't know, yeah, my Trey son. The StreamYard is crazy, bro. All right, we need to have our own networks, our own hospitals, and own political influence to raise the value of this country. I agree. I 100% agree. We do. We you know, cause that's the only way you're gonna have some real power. You know, that's everything else is just now. God, people going to get rich. They're going to get money, but does that ever equate to power? No, it don't. You know, how long we been on? How long we been on? All right, let me go so I can read some of these comments better. Let me bring YouTube up here because this is StreamYard, man. I might have to find something different, bro. Y'all just don't know what y'all doing. We don't need any more rappers. Word life. Word. I agree. It's not that we don't want to own. We just realize we can never own anything. Shannon got 2 podcasts that's worth millions. He don't need ESPN. Correct. I agree with that. I got to get back over here. Sorry, guys. I got to get back over here and check out these to see you guys' comments because as soon as I read them, they start to, Larry Law, we got to build our own house first. Agree with y'all, man. I agree a lot with y'all saying, man. Hold on, let me turn this down so I don't get an echo. Let me turn this down. I have a friend of mine who. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, they used to be Shannon's driver. Shannon is not the person he portrays in the media. You know what, Iceberg Slim? I don't want to throw him under the bus or whatever the case may be, bro. But I see what you're saying, man. Like, and I was kind of alluding to that, like, yo, some of these dudes just might, you know what I mean? It might be some truth to some of this stuff, man. I'm not saying him in particular, but some of these dudes could just be creeps. You feel me? There's an Urban Dictionary they study us where some of these dudes could just be creeps, man. All right, now I can see the comments real quick. Trey Asun, number 7. Chinese go their culture with their life. All right, now I can see our comments over here. Let's see. Boycott StreamYard. Word, man. StreamYard. Come on, man. Like, yeah, they got to be better than this, man. Everybody's okay. How many of us is willing to boycott the NFL? None. We all watching the draft tonight, bro. I ain't gonna lie. All right, this one I want to read. Mr. Micah A. King. It's not that we don't want to own. We just realize we can never own anything. It's their system to own. That's not the way of the world and the universe and nature. I got you. Knowledge put. It goes to show you. You better keep your nose clean in the industry because you can use everything in a blink of an eye. Absolutely. That's what it comes down to now, just trying to ruin your image and take your wealth. Why, when we get money, they come for us? He lost his empire for Cooch. Man, learn his lesson. Lala Papa, no HBCU, no middle class or upper class wealthy. Financial literacy is all we need. The right people who are like-minded. Good one. Okay. Yep. Ex-ball players need mental evaluation. Y'all leaving some good stuff, man. Y'all leaving some good stuff. We only got, come on, man. Yo, we ain't got 175 thumbs up likes. Let's go. Let's get to 300. Let's get this up to 300, man. Let's get up to 300 real quick. Patience are the state, especially as a so-called black man, you have to know who your enemies are. Yep. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate Nate Fly. I appreciate y'all, man, coming through, and listening. If you just, joining in, Shannon Sharpe and ESPN are parting ways. And I think it's gonna be for good. Miss Gonzalez, if that's the one I'm thinking, how you doing? I see you. We're supposed to boycott NFL. Yep, yep. Miss Micah King, we're supposed to boycott the NFL after Colin Kaepernick. Yep. Marlo Pruitt, when you're rich and famous, you have to move different. Absolutely. But like I said, though, I wonder who's next on the chopping block. If he's at home with his wife, you feel me? I get it. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. It's all love. Miss Gonzalez. Stay at home with your wife. Even if you got a girlfriend, like you sleeping around and shit. Like when you're at home with your wife at night, a lot of people like to clown me because I'm home, bro. I don't really go nowhere. I'm trying to get to the crib and I come on and I want to create content. Like I'm working 7 days a week, creating, trying to build something. So even like if you always want to you this, you that. Hey, look, out there, I've done it all. I've done everything in my 20s, bro. You know, but you're definitely a target. Like I don't want. Come on now, like trust me, I know. When you got money and you got to look, if they think you have money, you're a target for a lot of bullshit out there. Real talk. I ain't got no moderators in the building at all. No moderator, but it's all good though. Dr. Baba Kush, I agree. All right, so let me do this real quick, right? To the people in here. Let me see if I can put a poll up real quick. And once again, thanks for the super chat. Oh man, wow. All right, somebody's calling me. I can't pick up right now though. I'm not gonna be here too much longer, guys. Wow. Hey man, I don't know what's going on with this computer today, but nevertheless, I was gonna do a poll to see it. Maybe I'll put it up after. Nope. After I get off this live stream, I'll do a poll to see if you guys think, he's innocent or guilty, because that's very hard to come back from. Like, think about it. Like you tell her, like, women, y'all like getting choked like that? Let me know. Women, if you like being choked during intercourse, press 1. Man, I don't want to hear Donnie Lanks. Come on, man. You know what it is, baby. Super Bowl champs. I don't want to hear nothing about the commies, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about the commies. We 50 burger. But women. Do y'all like being choked? Are you into that crazy? You know what I mean? Brothers flex that pocket change that gives back to the colonizers Gucci. I bought a little Louis and Gucci over my life. I ain't gonna lie, but at the end of the day, it's worthless piece of shit. It's worthless. It's worthless. You know what I'm saying? Lala Papa, any female that wants you to choke her, you better run. Absolutely. Because that, to me, that's some weird shit. And it might be, maybe it's a little slight, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. What about her text message? Yeah, they into the freaky deaky. They into the freaky deaky. But I don't think I ever told a woman I'm gonna choke you. I don't think I ever said I'm gonna choke the shit out of you when I see you. I still ever think I said that. I don't care how mad I was. I'll just hang up the phone or something or call her B or something. FUB. And then 15, 20 minutes later, you know what I mean? We it's it is what it is. Like we over it. We ain't holding no grudges. Her text message got looking bad. Absolutely. Yo, look, I think, and I'm gonna put this on the record, I think that this is lying. I think it's a payday. I think it's a payday. But I think he's cooked. He offered a $10 million. I think the brother's cooked because of the audios. He's cooked. You're not going to get white America, white jurors, to believe they were talking about some sexual stuff. And then if you guys read even deeper, which I should have put it up here, but streamers are so whack right now. She's accusing him, right? Go look through the court documents. She's accusing him of him forcing himself on her, bruh. Like she said, and then it was the text where you said, I wanted you to wear a condom, no means no. Like they're trying to paint him, Bugsy's trying to paint him as a big black monster that R-worded this little white, petite, innocent woman. That's what if you were painting something, a visual, that's what the visual would look like. He even said, yep, there you go, Clay. There you go. He even said it. Big black guy choked little white girl. He said it out of his, it's crazy. She was going to toss his shit. He probably liked that. I know some dudes into that weirdo shit. You know, they role playing. She knew what it was. He didn't want. He did what he was into. Be out. He was willing to pay her. Ephraim, I think that he was willing to pay her because he knew the optics. He knew, like, damn, like, he knew it. And then again, it's the other part. The dude in the chat was like, yo, he's somebody used to drive for him. He ain't who he portray. Or he might not be that happy-go-lucky Southern country boy. He might not be that, bro. It might just be for TV. We all know people just to beat the shit out of women. I know people. I know guys who be fighting their girl. I ain't into that shit. Beating their girl up. They in there. You know what I mean? 12, they getting it in. Girls stabbing people, scratching. Come on, man. We know this stuff. We see stuff like this. Let's not act like he couldn't have, wanted to whoop on her ass. That's a possibility. Do I think it's the case here? No, I don't think it's the case here. He offered her $10 million. She want half of that so-called $100 million that he's getting. She ain't even take the 10. She did not take the 10. $10 million, bro. Come on, bro. He shouldn't have. I can't read that one. Shannon, a victim. Absolutely, he's a victim. Absolutely. Angela conversations. Wow, didn't know ESPN and Disney were together. I just Googled it. 80% of ESPN is owned by Disney per Google. Absolutely. Disney. They can't be associated with somebody with these type of accusations. And then the accusation is one thing. When the video comes out of a man saying, I'm going to choke the fuck out of you. He can't be associated with that. Because what's going to happen is they're going to start losing advertisers. They're going to start losing people because a lot of these companies, are so-called behind women's rights and things like that and all of that. You know what I mean? Okay, Flash Horton, you're absolutely right. It was tens of millions, not 10 million. Absolutely right. So it's more. Could be 20, could be 30. You're absolutely right. My mistake. What about her past history? I'm sure that'd be scrutinized in court. Cat Williams warned him. Absolutely. Yeah, bro, you ever like talk to a girl or woman, right? And immediately, like, nah, it ain't this P ain't worth it. Nah, this ain't worth it, dog. This is crazy. Nah. Come on, dog. Where my fellas at? And she might have been bad. You like, you know what, man? Shit. Ha. Knock that thing down. But when you get older, you're like, you know what? It ain't even worth it, dog. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. She is bad. Everything is like so right. Like, my God. But you're like, you know what? Nah, I can't. Shit. Nah, dog. Because once I lay it down, I ain't gonna be able to get this off my phone. She'll be pulling up, ask where I'm at, calling me this, that. Come on, man. We all. You gotta know the signs, bro. And then you might get the one who, you know what I mean? You get, and she keep her mouth shut. You know, she ain't gonna say a goddamn thing. She already know what it is. So it's about discernment. It's about discipline. And this is a tough lesson for the brother, man. It's a tough lesson. And it could get ugly. It can go criminal. Trey or Shannon be shucking and jiving anyway. Unc wasn't for the community. Woo! I agree with you similarly. I agree with you a little bit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I like the shucking and jiving. A lot of these dudes be shucking and jiving in this industry, man. Clowning, you know what I mean? Smiling and beguiling, spinning on their head and doing backflips and shit. You feel me? It's a lesson for all black men. Stack your paper, mind your business, get your queen. Absolutely. Apps knocking on your window at 4 a.m. Real talk. I'm outside your car. Who you over here with? I'm gonna scratch your shit up. What? Oh my God. Come on, man. The power of lust, especially with young cat. She's a one-hitter quitter. You feel me? Knock that thing down and keep it pushing. You messing with a damn baby, dog. This girl was in high school 2-3 years ago with 14-year-olds. And it's the one you choose to knock down? Weirdo. At best, he's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. And yeah, filming themselves. He's filming shit. Maybe he's trying to prove that he ain't whatever. And she's saying that he was showing people the shit. He probably, come on, man. Like, this is shit that we don't even do this shit. We do this shit in high school. Look at Shorty, bro. Look how we don't do this shit as grown men. You might tell your homie about it. And you're only telling your homie about it if it's a 304 or something like that. If it's something you really dig, and you're not going to tell your man about that shit so he can want to smash it. You know what I mean? You only telling him about some thought that you don't give a about. And leave these young girls alone, B-Flower. Word. Dropped a lot of gems on Nightcap. Yeah, Nightcap is a dope ass show. I think Nightcap is his best body, one of his best bodies of work. It's dope. I can't lie. But he is going to have a residual effect. He's going to lose some endorsements. He's going to lose some money. It's going to have a residual effect. You're not going to be able to, mitigate these losses. Even Jay-Z lost tens of millions of dollars from that little allegation. It seems like the older these cats get, the freakier they get. D.S. Williams. Oh, I mean, I tell the fellas, go get yourself a cougar, man. Even if he could mess somebody like 35, 30, 42. She was 20, let's say 19, between 19 and 22, 23. When he started messing with her, she was 19. It's a baby. 19. And supposedly they was at the gym or whatever, and he was hawking her down. He was watching her at the gym, or whatever the case may be. Like, come on, man. Go get a cougar, bro. My man, I was talking to my man today. Shout out to my guy, Vito. We was actually sparring earlier today. And he told me, he was like, yo, he knows somebody used to like 50 Cent security. One of the guys worked 50 Cent security. He said 50 Cent will make women sign NDAs. Make them take everything out their pocket, their phones and shit. He just told me this a couple hours ago. Make them come in, right? Leave all their shit, have security check them again, then sign the NDA right in front of them and let, like, all right, look, this is this. We're both agreeing to the sexual act, boom, 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 boom. If they didn't sign it, he ain't doing nothing. That's what my man just told me 2 hours ago. I'll lie to you not. Shout out to Vito, DJ Vito, if you're listening. That's how you got to do it. You got to protect the bag, bro. You worth millions now. You can't just be laying with anybody and everybody, bro. You can't. Go find yourself a sister that was with you while you was in the country. Go find yourself somebody, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe not even from America. Go to another country or something and find yourself a joint that's going to take care of you. And she ain't really, I mean, everybody loves money, but she don't really care about the money. She loves you for you. If you was dead broke, she would still be by your side. Those are the ones that you pick. When you have nothing and she holds you down. And she's there for you when, you know, she got your meal cooked when you come home. She wash your feet. She makes sure you're serviced. She makes sure that everything, your clothes is clean. All this different. Those are the ones that you pick up. Not these thoughts. Not these young thoughts. These young 304s, man. Remember that song "Cater to You" by Beyonce? You need to cater to you, woman, man. Someone that don't even really care about the bread like that. Like she is, we all want money, but she like, all right, whatever. And they like, you know, I'm happy taking a walk in the park. Not somebody who want to go to the Gucci and Louis store every fucking day. Excuse my language. Go get a woman on and say Goonie go. Don ZTV. That's what brothers got to do. And test her. Like I will. If I'm a rich guy like him, I'm gonna put these females through testing shit. Like do different situations to see how they react to certain shit. You know. So yeah, they've been trying to get him. Shit, Shannon needed Monique. Yeah, Monique would need something like that. She just happy to see you come home from work. Give her, give her like $5,000. See how she spend it or something like that. 10,000. See what she do with the money. Something like that. Like test her, make her, honey, go. You know what I mean? I want you to go. Let's see how she moves, bro. See how she moves. It's a lot of things you could do. So I'm gonna digress, man. Good old clean girl. You know what I'm talking about, Miss Gonzalez? You feel me? You feel me? Come home, my meal gotta be cooked, drawers clean. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. If I need my gray hairs picked, you gotta pick my gray hairs out the beard and shit. I gotta have my dinner every night. Like, a certain things it gotta be done. You gotta hold me down. Sometimes I might need some bread from your ass. Like, yo, it's a little rough right now. Can I hit you back? Cater to me sometimes. Buy me something sometimes. It shouldn't just be one, you know. You know how good a man feels when his woman buys him something, bro? After you always taking care of her, doing for her and the family, and your woman just gets you. It ain't gotta be nothing crazy. It's just the thought that counts. But I appreciate y'all, man. The comments is coming very, very slow. I really appreciate y'all. I don't know how long we've been on. I started at 6:35, almost an hour now. You know what I'm saying? So I'll stay on until another 4 or 5 minutes. And yeah, I really appreciate y'all sitting here and chilling with me, man. This was dope as shit. This was dope. Drop your cities real quick. Let me see if I can get these cities. Hold on. YouTube is wild, bro. This computer's old too, so I can't get mad at it. Drop your cities and I'll read them if I can get to them. Let me try to open another window. Close that. Those types of women don't exist. Brooklyn, New York, what up? Little Rock, Orlando. They do, bro. They do. You just got to find them. Another Brooklyn, Baltimore, Rio, and Ohio. Are you in Philly, Nate? Shout out to you. That Brooklyn again? Camden. My man out in Camden. Shout out to Camden, bro. Why y'all still AJ Brown's car like that? Savannah, Georgia. That dirty what? Missouri. These joints just coming slow, bro. Wow. LA in the building. Don ZTV. Detroit. Go. Sorry for reading these slow. They coming in slow. My bad, y'all. Let's see if I could Detroit, Chicago. Let's go. Dang, bruh. Wow. Everybody must be on the internet right now. Before y'all get out of here, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Let's push it up to like 400. 400. Foul. Happy face Triller. Appreciate it. I would do more lives, but like my son is 5, man. And if I was here, he'd have been asking for milk, asking for this. Like he literally comes upstairs like 20 to 30 times during the night, bro, while I'm up here working on the computer. Literally, like if he's not here, he's with my mom, excuse me. So I got the play, I got the crib. It's beautiful. It's beautiful just be able to just grind and work. You know what I'm saying? Nashville, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Florida. Leave your city, whatever city you're watching from, leave it and I'll shout it out real quick. Nashville, Tennessee, Ephraim, Mars, because these people on Earth is weird. Yeah, sometimes you can't find them, bro. Hold out until you do. Bless the young bull, for real. Memphis, R&P Dolphs. Yes, for sure. Drop your city and hit the thumbs up button. Drop your city and hit the thumbs up button. Jacksonville, Duval, okay. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Appreciate y'all, man. I know y'all probably at home doing your thing. Where Miss Gonzalez go? Shout out to you. All right, I ain't trying to drop them cities, man. I must be doing something else, man. But for sure. We did it. We did it today, man. We had a great stream. We talked about a lot of things. We covered a lot of things. 1 hour on. I would love to be able to do this more than once a week. What up? Oh God, I'm from Philly, but you're gonna see more. Richmond, Virginia, big fan. Duval, Brooklyn. Appreciate you, Trey. I'm hungry as a mom right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah. So, double check. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell as well. That helps. Also, obviously engaging the content, hitting the thumbs up button and shit. That helps as well. And just being here and commenting. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna fall back and look for see if there's anything else to cover, and I'll be probably dropping something a little bit later on. This evening, and definitely going from there. So with that being said, have a beautiful, blessed night. It's your brother O God Man Hip Hop News Uncensored. Peace.